this is Denise with Modern Priscilla Tarot. Welcome back to my channel. I am so glad you are here for this pick a card. The question, will there be justice? So let's find out what's going on. I have 3 decks set out here today for this pick a card. We have the Deviant Moon Tarot, the Zombie Tarot, and the Edgar Allan Poe Tarot. I also have the Echoes of Nature Oracle deck spread out here today. We're going to be using an Oracle card in the mix. All right, I also have a stone on each deck. This one is red jasper, and this is considered a warrior stone. This one is Apache tear, and an Apache tear is for recovery from grief or sadness. And here we have hematite, which is a protective stone, which repels negativity. Awesome stones for this question. All right, and then of course I have a clear quartz here to open up the energy on the Oracle deck. All right, friends, so this is what I'm gonna do. I am going to be live shuffling, and then I'm going to be setting out 3 piles, for which then I will invite you to select your pile. I will put timestamps in the description there so that you can fast forward or bump around as you need to. And that all being said, let's get started. Okay, here we are. We have pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. And what I'm going to ask you to do is calm your mind. Think of the question, will there be justice? See where your attention is drawn. Select your pile, and let's get started. Pile number 1. All right, pile 1. Let's find out what's going on. Will there be justice for your situation? Let's take a look at our Oracle card first and see what we've got. Wisdom. Okay, so this energy is speaking about a higher wisdom. This might even mean seeking wisdom from somebody else. Let's look and see what these are so that we can see which applies. But obviously the message coming through that wisdom is important for making decisions. And because this is an owl here, owls are obviously known for their wise eyes and, their wisdom. But also think about how an owl has acute sense of sight, and they can see far, and they can see their little prey on the ground. So they see very sharply. So it's about paying attention. Okay, so let us see what we've got. This card here, this serves as my energy card. So it's the strongest energy that the tarot is picking up on, and it will influence the rest of our spread. All right, we've got some good news. We've got the 6 of Wands as our primary energy, and the 6 of Wands is about victory, and I'm not even kidding. If I had to write one word on this card to remember what it means, I would write victory. So this is looking positive. This is looking real positive. In fact, if it was a 1-card reading, that would be like a yes, So let's see what these are and hope it stays a yes. Oh boy, are you going to be fine. Yes, I do think that justice is coming. Justice is coming, and you will be victorious. So you will have that victory. We started off here with our Queen of Pentacles. the Queen of Pentacles, being a queen, the queens are always very nurturing, that kind of an energy that feels kind of, you know, compassionate and that kind of a thing. However, our Queen of Pentacles, while yes, she is still a queen, so that nurturing energy still plays in a bit. But this particular queen, she's a bit of a micromanager. She is really looking for job security. She really wants to plan things. She really wants to make sure that she's kept happy, you know, so she wants financial stability and things like that. This is a great card for what the question is. This talks about kind of pulling it all together. I don't want to say selfish because that's not the right word, but thinking about yourself, you know, everybody, we have to be selfish to a certain extent, right? But this queen pulls it right back into reality. We need to think of ourselves. This is when we are victorious. We are successful. We are recognized as the victorious one, which would make sense because we're focused on what we are doing and what happens to us, right? And that's not selfish. That's not selfish at all. Here's your success. Here's another, well, we got success there, but we've got another success card. We've got our 10 of Cups. The 10 of Cups talks about a personal kind of satisfaction of accomplishment. Now, these cups, this is about feelings. So no matter what your question involves, if it's kind of a romantic justice you're seeking, or if it's more of a legal justice you're seeking, either way, the victory is there and that emotional satisfaction from the result is there as well. So this is looking so positive, pile one. All right, next we have our 8 of Pentacles. Now, this says, stay focused, work hard. You need to pay attention to the details. Now, if this is something in the legal realm, details are going to be super important because obviously there's, what's that saying? The devil's in the details, right? We need to be watching and paying attention. This also talks about staying focused and hard work. So this is saying don't let go. Don't let go. Don't let up. There is victory coming. Here, this is almost like a warrior. Well, it is a warrior stone, red jasper. So this is saying, think about it with our 8 of Pentacles here. We're going to pay attention to things. We're going to keep, for lack of a better word, we're going to keep fighting, we're going to keep persevering. We're going to see this through, So, to do that, you have to reflect on things that maybe even talk to somebody who might be a mentor or something like that, somebody who knows more. If it's in the legal realm, obviously if you had a lawyer or someone in law enforcement, that might be that kind of energy here coming in. If it's more of a romantic kind of justice, though, this would be, kind of getting some advice from friends, somebody who's not super emotionally invested in it, because sometimes emotions kind of hide or cloud our judgment, right? So this is saying either case, it's saying be very, very, be very sharp, be watching, stay eyes open, clear-headed, that kind of a thing. So let's get an outcome card. Right now, it is a big yes right now. Big yes. Okay, so let's see. This is the middle of the deck. So this is my cut card, and this will be the energy of the outcome. Ready? Go. All right. Yep. You're going to be rewarded. Your past work will be rewarded. So again, paying attention to the details, being focused, using hard work. You're going to see success and results based off of your hard work. This does, if it is a romantic kind of justice you're looking for, this spread is really talking more about everyday life. So romance I'm not seeing a lot of romance in here. I do have a feelings card, but this is talking about everyday life. So if your question is romance related, I would say that this everyday life would be in the sense of time, spending time together. If you wanted to get back together with somebody, that would have to be achieved by spending time together, right? Okay. If it's a legal matter, which is what I think this is actually, because it's just too many pentacles to say not, that it's not, you're going to be victorious. And the work that you've been doing up to this point is certainly going to pay off. And the advice for you is potentially speak to somebody who knows what they're doing, knows a little bit more, stay in touch with those authorities, and stay really focused on what you're doing. Keep your foot on the gas. Ooh, pile one. Justice is coming. Ooh, leave me a comment. Let me know. Let me know what you're thinking. I would love to hear if this resonates with you. So let me know, pile one. I'm dying to interact with you. And if you haven't already, please make sure you hit subscribe before you head out. I never want you to miss out on another pick a card. All right, friends, thank you so much for letting me read for you. Pile number two. All right, pile two. Let's see what's going on. Will there be justice? Okay, so let's take a look at our oracle card first. Taking a break. Okay, do things feel like they've kind of slowed down here? Does it feel like things aren't moving perhaps? Let's find out what these cards are first, because this could also mean that it's time to take a break. So let's find out what we've got. You know, we've got our Apache tier here, which is for recovery from grief or sadness. So perhaps that is why it's saying it's important to take a break. We need to look at these, though. Let's look at these. Okay, yeah, you need a break, hon. You totally need a break. All right, so we've got here, this is my energy card. So this is the strongest energy that the tarot is picking up on, and it will influence these cards. This is the Seven of Swords. So our Seven of Swords talks about something kind of being left behind. It can involve theft, treachery, somebody stealing from you. That would definitely be the major energy here coming through. So somebody stealing something from you, that is for sure. All right, so then, which would lead you to be sad, which is why that Apache tier must be here, right? Okay, so we've got our High Priestess first. The High Priestess talks about secrets. The High Priestess is all about, kind of trying to cut through the BS, and somebody's trying to deceive you about things, which would make sense if we've got this theft thing going on, right? Of course, they're trying to deceive you. They're wanting to steal something, so they don't want you to know. So this is kind of, we're getting a double whammy here. Someone's being a liar or keeping secrets in some way, and then someone stealing something. So we've kind of got a double whammy. But now here we've got our Two of Wands. The Two of Wands is about kind of struggling between choices. I'm thinking that there are a couple options that you might be, or avenues maybe is a better word, that you can try to take, and you're finding that perhaps none of them are working out. You're not hearing anything. What's going on? So it's leaving you feeling very Nine of Swords-ish. Nine of Swords. This is all about anxiety, stress, being kind of kept up at night, thinking about things. The Suit of Swords is the suit of thoughts and ideas, but it is also the suit of truth. So again, that makes a lot of sense why that has shown up here with our Seven of Swords. Again, truth. Somebody being dishonest, stealing some dishonesty here, stealing something there. And then here we're trying to decide what to do. It's perhaps not working. And then there you go with your up at night. Take a break. We need to take a break. We need to recover from the emotional aspect of this so that we can decide what to do next with our thoughts. So we can make a course of action that is not based on an emotional kind of thing. We need some more, though, because this is kind of just describing the situation, which we already pretty much know. We're wanting to know an answer. We want to know, will there be justice? You know what? Before I pull an outcome, I'm actually going to do this. Let's see. Will there be justice? We're going to go ahead and I just fan them out until I feel like stopping. And what do I want to ask? We want to say, well, what the thoughts and the secrets and things like that. Somebody stole something. What are these thoughts? What are these thoughts? We want a clue as to what these thoughts are. Another thinking card. Holy crap. We got the Two of Wands with the Two of Swords. The difference being they're both twos, obviously. The difference is the suit. With wands, we're talking about growing and moving forward. With the two, we're talking about kind of not knowing what to do, where to go. It feels like you are, maybe perhaps you've exhausted all of your options at this point, or you feel like you have. There is something else that you're not seeing. That's what our Two of Swords says. Look at, it's even got a blindfold on, not seeing it. So, look at, and then this is the zombie tarot. Obviously, it's a zombie theme. So he's got one zombie there. He's not even looking. He could easily take care of that one too. But because he's got a blindfold on, he doesn't want to see because he's afraid maybe, or because he is feeling like, I need to take a break and check out for a minute about it. Maybe feeling like all the options have been exhausted, like I said earlier. So something's not happening. A decision needs to be made, and taking off that blindfold and seeing what other options there are. So that's getting us closer, but we're still not at a yes or a no. So let's get one more, and then we're going to pull an outcome. Three of Wands. Okay, so this talks about success based off of past work. Okay, it's coming. Justice is coming. It is a slow process. We are looking at a slow process here. So it's going slowly, which has maybe made you feel even worse. We've got recovery from sadness or grief, right? You've clearly been working on this a while. You're feeling like options are exhausted. You also have the emotional component of feeling very vulnerable. Someone must have stolen something from you. The cards are saying you need to take a break. You need to pull back some of that emotion. You need to get yourself back on track. We have the Nine of Swords, which shows me you're probably very stressed about this. You've been thinking about it a little too much. There is another option that you haven't seen yet because you need to take a break and get out of that emotional sadness part of it. Does that make sense? All right, so there's some good advice, but we still want a yes or a no. So let's do the cut card. This is the middle of the deck. This is the energy of the outcome. Let's see what we've got. Ready? Go. Boom. Oh, yes. All right, my dear. Yes, there is going to be justice. You've got the Wheel of Fortune. This talks about an upturn in your fortunes. It's sometimes a card that indicates you need to take a chance on something. Sometimes that is what makes the bubble pop. If you've been doing other things and it's not working, another option is there that you're not seeing, and you need to take a chance on something. You might be like, that option doesn't seem like it would work. Well, this is saying take a chance on it. Either way, no matter what you end up doing about taking a chance, this card is showing up because we've got an upturn in fortune. So this card answers the question for sure. Will there be justice? Again, I'm going to reiterate, the cards are suggesting you need to take a break, though, because you're a little bit too emotionally involved right now, and that might be clouding what other options are there. Sometimes when we take a step back, either new things evolve and that helps us, or new things are revealed to us, that we find there is another choice. But when we're too ramped up in our emotions, it really clouds our vision, so this looks like a slow go, but yes, there will be justice. So what do you think? I feel like you've been waiting a while probably, and so you're not liking having that slow go. But there's something there that you might not be seeing. Do you have an idea of what that might be? Woo, drop a comment. I would love to know. I would love to interact with you and see kind of, what this is looking like for you, how it's unfolding. Of course, don't forget to hit subscribe on your way out, and I want to thank you so much for letting me read for you. Pile number 3. All right, pile 3. Let's see. Will there be justice? Let us take a look and find out. We're going to look at our oracle card first. And happiness. Wonderful. That's a great energy, right? We all want to be happy, and especially in this situation. I'm not sure what your scenario is, but you're looking for justice. Now, this could be any range of, relationship, like you've been wronged by somebody, all the way over to legal issues and everything in between. It looks like happiness is the overall vibe. So that's looking good. If we didn't look at any of these other cards, this would right now say, well, you've got a happy result coming. Now, I want to also point out our stone, hematite. Hematite is a protective stone. It protects you from negativity, and it repels negativity. So wouldn't you be very happy if you could push off any of those negative feelings, negative thoughts, negative things happening to you? And of course, that would lead to happiness, right? Well, it's pretty negative to feel like you've been wronged in some ways. You feel like you need justice. Clearly, you feel like something's not right. And that means happiness is needed, right? Let's see what our card is here. This is our energy card for the tarot, and it will affect the rest of our spread. It's the strongest energy the tarot is picking up on. And we've got the Death card. This is great. Never worry. The Death card does not mean anybody's dying. What it means is it's the death of something and the birth of something else. So the death of a situation to re-emerge in a new way, a new situation. Again, if we weren't going to read any other cards and we just had this, I would say absolutely yes, there's going to be justice, and you're not only is there going to be justice, you're going to be super happy about it, which clearly makes sense. But we do have more cards, so let's see what else we've got. This is awesome, though. This looks great. What have we got? Oh, no way! We got the Justice card. What? Okay. All right. So, woo-hoo. Okay, so that's great. All right. So, starting a new chapter, right? The death of something, maybe the death of what you're waiting for justice. Whatever happened, the death of that and the birth of justice. Oh my goodness. All right. So we start off here with our Page of Swords. The Page of Swords talks about being an adaptable, fast learner. This talks about going with things as rapid, when you have rapid changes, being able to follow along and being able to walk along with all those changes and keep moving forward. This talks about new ideas and new ways of communicating. So that might be some advice for you about how to achieve the justice. Maybe you're going to have to revamp how you're communicating with people, whether, again, that's the authorities, and whoever in a judicial type of setting might be helping you or doing whatever. Or, if it's a relationship on the other end of the spectrum, again, communicating, how you are communicating with people is definitely how justice is going to be brought about. Sometimes in a relationship setting, there's not much we can do except for be happy. Be happy. You know what? Being happy is the best revenge. I'm not saying we should get revenge. Let's all be spiritual here and wish the best for everyone. But being happy in a relationship situation is often the biggest thing you can do. In a judicial kind of type of setting on the other end of the spectrum here, new ways of communicating could mean how you're speaking, perhaps to the law enforcement or to lawyers or, whatever that looks like. Next, this is where I got super excited. We've got the Justice card. How can you ask for a better card in the middle of a justice question? This talks about getting what you are owed. This talks about fairness. This card represents legal matters a lot of the time. So I'm wondering if perhaps your situation does involve, obviously, legal matters. This says, do not be intimidated. This says you should remain impartial and firm. You don't need to be intimidated either because you have hematite as your stone, repelling all negativity. Now, the Hermit is on the end here. Now, the Hermit is talking about taking a step back from situations. This talks about listening. It seems to me that somebody's going to be coming in who's going to have an idea, going to have a step, going to have some kind of recourse, something that you can follow. So, this is talking that you're going to be needing to listen for somebody's advice, somebody to help guide you. Now, if this is a legal situation, maybe law enforcement's going to be calling you, oh, hey, we have a new development, or, whatever that looks like. And, you literally just have to wait for that, right? Another thing could be advice somehow, some kind of advice as to how to pursue whatever this is that you're pursuing justice for. Either case, it is saying be listening. It's often representative of somebody older than you. Normally it's a man, not always, but it could likely be an older man who's going to potentially be helping guide you. Okay. Woo! Because we got this, I'm totally freaking out. All right, let's get an outcome card. This is great. So far, we're going to pull an outcome, but yes, right now, yes, there will absolutely be justice. It's going to make you very happy. All right, so let's see what else we've got. This is the cut card. So this is the middle of the deck, and it'll be the energy of the outcome. Ready? Go. Seven of Cups. Okay. So, Seven of Cups. Somebody's lying. Somebody's been lying. And that's obviously probably why we are seeking justice. Somebody's been trying to pull the wool over the eyes of whoever's seeking them out to resolve that problem or that infraction. And they're trying to pull the wool. They're trying to hide. They're not wanting to be caught. They're not wanting to be found. They're not wanting to be called out. They're not wanting to be challenged. Whatever the case is in your scenario, they are definitely not wanting to be found. So what does that mean? Everything looks like a yes, but let's get another one, because that's just talking about their deception. They are liars. They are a liar. What I do here is I just fan through the cards until I feel like stopping. When a good card says to me, hey, pick me, like that one, boom, then we go ahead. The Tower. Oh my goodness. Okay. So somebody's still lying. Maybe it's not coming to a head yet, or maybe it's not coming to resolution yet because somebody's lying. But these are all very favorable, saying yes. And the Tower says absolutely hell yes. There is going to be justice. There's going to be a big change coming. Look at our Tower. Remember, cards are all about symbolism and analogies. Look at the two buildings are split apart. I mean, something's coming. It's going to rock this, whoever you're talking about, the justice you're looking for, the situation you're describing. There's going to be, someone's world is going to be rocked. So yes, pile 3, the answer to your question, will there be justice? Looking like a big yes for you, my friend. Oh, you got to let me know what's going on. Drop a comment. I would love to hear more about your situation if you feel comfortable and how this makes sense or doesn't make sense. I'd love to hear your feedback. So let me know, pile 3. I would love to hear from you. And of course, please make sure you hit subscribe on your way out. I never want you to miss out on a video. All right, friend. Thank you so much for letting me read for you.